Hey guys, it's Emily, and this is my series where I bring you out on my hikes and into my trail journal. Back in August, my boyfriend Nick and I ventured just under an hour away from Colorado Springs to Rampart Reservoir for a very chill and enjoyable hike. And this is my trail journal on the experience. The map may not show it, but I swear this is a very leisurely hike. Basically, no incline, not too long, and a plethora of gorgeous views. We began among the aspens and the pines, with the occasional boulder here and there. But pretty soon the trees pulled back to let the sun beat down on us. Sunscreen wouldn't be a terrible idea for this hike. Then you hit the creek, which has actually been running underneath part of the trail. It's kind of hard to believe all that surging water was right beneath our feet a few moments before without us having any clue, especially with the way it explodes from the opening and continues on at such a rampant pace. The creek led to a fork in the road, and we chose to cross the bridge first, but don't worry, I hate leaving any path unexplored. After a much narrower section of trail, we reached the point where the surging stream gave way to the wide open reservoir. From this side of the reservoir, we couldn't see the entire thing with the land jutting out to block our view. I suggested we try walking all the way around, but Nick wasn't really up for that. Instead, I convinced him to at least hike around to the other side to a giant boulder we'd spotted across the water. This part of the trail meandered more than expected. From the other side, we hadn't been able to see how the reservoir pushed further back into the land at certain spots, but we continued on to the boulder. The trail was still pretty leisurely and the views were definitely worth it, though I did have to pick up my pace since Nick said he'd like to be heading back around noon. But we made it to my coveted boulder within the time constraints, and it was definitely worth it for the expansive views of the reservoir it provided. Did you enjoy our hike today?
Yes, I did. It was very easy, well marked, and a fine trail.
And no elevation really?
Like a couple 100 feet.
Very chill day of hiking.
Very chill spot though.
Very chill and enjoyable. And now we're chilling on a giant boulder.
Takes you to a nice location.
We definitely should have brought our lunches to enjoy up here. Chickpea salad sandwiches and pretzels would have paired nicely with the boulder overlooking the reservoir. But sadly, we left them back at the car to eat post-hike. Soon, Nick was ready to head back, but not before I got a closer look at the shimmering water. And I made plenty of stops along the way back to look at the beauty of nature. Recognize this view? Possibly not, because I'm an amateur at watercolors, but this is the spot I painted for the opening. I bet this hike is even more incredible right now with the changing leaves. Maybe I should go back before the snow comes. We finally made it back to our lunches, which we enjoyed on a log in the parking lot, and even if the hike was leisurely, they were well earned. This is likely a spot we'll be back to, especially since there's a campsite right up the road. But that wraps up this visit to Rampart Reservoir. Thanks for following along in my journal. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to bring you all out on the trail again. See you next time.